Behind every successful reality television star, there is usually a story that has nothing to do with reality television. A story that was already unfolding before the cameras arrived. A story that would have continued even if the show had never happened. For Tori Roloff, that story has always been about a camera. Not the reality television camera, pointed at her by TLC producers. Her own camera. The one she picked up when she was 15 years old. The one she used to take pictures of everything around her. Her friends, her family, her Oregon childhood, her college years, her early teaching career. The camera that would, decades later, become the foundation of a photography business, an Instagram following of more than 2 million people, and one of the smartest post-reality television career strategies any Roloff has developed. Tonight on LPBW Update, we are walking through the full career story of Tori Roloff. Not just her time on Little People Big World, not just her marriage to Zach, not just her role as the mother of 3. All of that we have covered in other videos. Tonight is about Tori as a businesswoman, Tori as a photographer, Tori as a teacher, Tori as the operator of a multi-million follower personal brand, Tori as one of the most quietly impressive career builders in the entire Roloff family universe. Because Tori did not become successful because of Little People Big World. She was already building the foundation of her career long before the cameras arrived. And that foundation is what has allowed her to walk away from the show in 2024 and 2025 without losing anything essential. She still has her camera, she still has her students, she still has her audience, she still has her business. Reality television was, for Tori, a chapter, not the whole book. Let us start with the basics. Tori Roloff was born Victoria Elizabeth Patton on May 3, 1991 in Portland, Oregon. Her mother, Kim Patton, has largely stayed out of the public eye, though Tori has occasionally mentioned her in social media posts over the years. Her father's identity has not been publicly shared. Tori has kept her family of origin remarkably private, which is consistent with her overall approach to public life. She shares what she chooses to share. She keeps the rest for herself. That balance between visibility and privacy is one of the most notable features of her career. And it is a balance she began cultivating long before she ever met Zach Roloff or joined a reality television show. The camera came into Tori's life when she was 15 years old. In the bio on her photography website, Tori has written that she has been taking photos of basically everything since she was 15. That single line, written casually on a bio page, tells you almost everything you need to know about her relationship with photography. It is not a career she stumbled into after fame. It is not a hobby she picked up to have something to post on Instagram. It is a lifelong passion, a form of seeing the world, a way of interpreting the moments around her. She started young. She has been doing it for 2 decades, and the skill she has developed over that time is real. When you look at Tori Roloff's photography, whether on her professional Instagram or on the family Instagram or in the various portraits she has released over the years, you see the work of someone who has been doing this for a long time. The composition, the lighting, the emotional intelligence in her portraits, the way she captures children in particular. All of it reflects thousands of hours of practice and study, done quietly over the course of her teenage and young adult years, long before anyone knew her name. After high school, Tori went to Washington State University, where her interest in teaching developed alongside her interest in photography. She was, by all accounts, a serious student. She was disciplined, she was athletic, she had a strong sense of what she wanted her career to look like. When she graduated, she pursued teaching. She took a job at Woodland Primary School in Oregon, where she worked from 2013 to 2015. She taught kindergarten. She managed a classroom of 5- and 6-year-olds. She built relationships with families in that community. She earned a reputation as a warm and effective teacher. The parents from those years remember her. Even now, more than a decade later, they leave comments on her social media posts remembering her as their child's amazing kindergarten teacher. In 2015, Tori transitioned to the Beaverton School District in the Portland area. She continued teaching kindergarten there for the next 2 years. She was, in those years, building her professional teaching career in earnest. She was also, in that same period, in a serious relationship with Zach Roloff. The couple had met through mutual connections in the Portland area, and by 2015, they were engaged. On July 25, 2015, Tori and Zach were married at Roloff Farms. The wedding was filmed by TLC as part of Little People, Big World. And that was, in retrospect, the moment when Tori's life pivoted from being that of a private Portland kindergarten teacher to being that of a reality television cast member. But she did not immediately quit teaching. She continued her Beaverton position through the 2016 to 2017 school year. In April of 2017, when she was pregnant with her first child, Jackson, she took her final walk out of her classroom. She posted on Instagram that it was a bittersweet day. She would miss her kinders. She was thankful for the group that had been so easy and respectful, and she added that she and Zach had an amazing adventure ahead of them. That adventure would include, over the next several years, 3 children, a growing Instagram presence, and a photography business she would build on the side. Now let us talk about that photography business. As Tori's role on Little People Big World grew during the mid-2000s, she began to formalize her photography work. She launched Tori Roloff Photography as a business. She created a professional website. She began booking clients for family portraits, senior portraits, engagement sessions, and pet photography. Her aesthetic was described by observers as rustic, warm, and lit by natural light. She often used Roloff Farms as the backdrop for her sessions, which gave her clients a unique location that no other photographer in the Portland area could offer. Her professional Instagram at the handle @Tori Roloff Photography grew to over 100,000 followers, which is a substantial following for a professional photography business. That kind of following brings both clients and brand attention. It positions Tori as a professional photographer in her own right, not just a reality television spouse who takes pictures on the side. She has been doing serious photography work for years, and her business has grown accordingly. At the same time, her personal Instagram account, at the handle @Tori Roloff, has grown into one of the largest social media followings among all the Roloff family members. As of this recording in 2026, Tori has over 2 million followers on her main personal Instagram account. That is a genuinely massive number. To put it in perspective, most reality television stars from long-running family shows do not reach 2 million individual Instagram followers. Tori did. And she did it, importantly, without becoming a full-time influencer. She has posted authentically. She has shared her family life. She has posted her photography work. She has done occasional brand partnerships. But she has not, unlike many of her peers, made her entire career about maintaining her Instagram brand. She has kept it as one of several income streams and passion projects, not as the totality of her professional identity. That approach has, in its own way, been part of what made her account grow so large. Fans respond to authenticity. Tori has been authentic, and her audience has rewarded her for it. The revenue streams that Tori manages through her various platforms are significant. Her per-episode earnings on Little People Big World, during the years she was actively filming, were reported at approximately $7,000 to $10,000 per episode, which is the standard range for reality television talent on established TLC family shows. Across her 9 seasons on the show, that adds up to a substantial income. Her photography business generates client fees for the various portrait sessions she books. Her brand partnerships on Instagram generate sponsorship revenue. Her Raising Heights podcast with Zach generates a mix of ad revenue and paid partnerships. Her recent return to teaching at Firm Foundation Christian School in Battleground, Washington, generates the standard salary for a preschool teacher. Combined, Tori's income across these various streams places her and Zach in a comfortable position financially. Various sources have estimated their combined net worth at around $700,000, though that figure is difficult to verify and may be higher than the reported estimates suggest. What is certain is that Tori has been diversifying her income for years. She does not have a single career. She has a portfolio of careers. And that portfolio is what has given her the freedom to walk away from little people, big world without financial anxiety. The business decisions Tori has made over the years reflect a level of strategic thinking that is unusual for reality television talent. Most reality television stars build a single business, usually influencing, and depend heavily on it. If the show ends or the algorithm shifts, they are exposed to significant income risk. Tori has never let herself be exposed that way. When she was actively teaching, she kept her photography work going on the side. When she moved into full-time reality television and parenting, she maintained her photography business as a scalable side operation. When the show ended, she made the strategic decision to return to teaching, which provided reliable income independent of any social media algorithm or brand partnership market. She has consistently made choices that reduce her risk and increase her flexibility. That kind of thinking is rare in the reality television world, where most cast members ride the fame wave as high as it will take them, and then are left with limited options when the wave breaks. Tori has never ridden the wave in that way. She has, instead, treated her fame as one asset among several, and she has managed that asset with the kind of careful thought that suggests she has always known reality television would not be her forever career. Beyond the business considerations, Tori's photography work has emotional and cultural significance too. Because Tori is a mother of 3 children with achondroplasia, her photography naturally includes many images of little people. She has photographed Jackson, Lila, and Josiah countless times. She has photographed the broader Roloff family, including her in-laws Matt and Amy. She has photographed clients who are little people themselves, giving them images of their families and their milestones that reflect their reality with dignity and beauty. This kind of representation matters. There are not many photographers in the world who have Tori's level of technical skill combined with her level of intimate familiarity with the little person community. Her images give the achondroplasia and dwarfism community a visual archive that they can look at and see themselves reflected in. That contribution, quiet as it is, has meaningful cultural value. Photography can be advocacy. Tori's photography, in its way, is a form of advocacy for her family and her community. It is not accidental that her camera has become such a powerful part of her life. The Raising Heights podcast is another significant piece of Tori's professional portfolio. She and Zach launched the podcast in February of 2024 as a place to share their perspectives on marriage, parenting, faith, and their experiences raising children with achondroplasia. The podcast has grown a dedicated audience of fans who want to hear from Zach and Tori directly, without the intermediary of a TLC production company. The show has become the primary way that Tori and Zach communicate updates about their family. It has been where Tori talked about her return to teaching. It has been where they discussed the family reconciliation. It has been where they shared updates about the children's medical journeys. The podcast, importantly, is entirely under Tori and Zach's own control. There are no producers shaping their storyline. There is no network approving their topics. They own their platform. They own their audience. They own their message. That kind of independence is exactly what a smart post-reality television career looks like, and Tori has clearly been thinking about it for years. What is next for Tori Roloff? Looking at 2026 and beyond, the trajectory seems clear. More teaching, more photography, more podcasting, more time with her family. More authentic content on her personal Instagram, occasional brand partnerships that align with her values, continued growth of her professional photography business. She may, at some point, write a book. She has the reach, the story, and the audience to make a book a commercially successful project. Whether she chooses to write one is entirely up to her. She may, at some point, expand her photography business into workshops, courses, or mentorship for other photographers. Her decade-plus of experience makes her qualified to teach the craft to others. Whether she chooses to do that is also entirely up to her. What is certain is that Tori has the flexibility, the resources, and the skills to shape her next chapter in whatever direction she chooses. She is not trapped. She is not dependent on any single revenue source. She is not vulnerable to the ups and downs of the reality television industry. She has, in every meaningful sense, career independence. There is one more piece of Tori's story that I want to highlight, and that is the way she has modeled a certain kind of quiet, professional excellence for her audience. Reality television, particularly reality television focused on families with children, often glamorizes influencer careers as the goal every mother should aspire to. Sponsored content, free products, constant travel, photo shoots for major brands. The whole ecosystem of the influencer economy is often presented as the pinnacle of career success. Tori has pushed back against that framing, in her own understated way, by continuing to build a professional life that is not purely about being an influencer. Teaching, photography, serious work with serious skills, reading books, taking her kids to sporting events, managing her home, being a wife to Zach. She has, throughout her career, insisted that her professional identity is bigger than her Instagram feed. And in doing so, she has given her audience, particularly her audience of young women who follow her, a model for what a diversified career and life can look like. That model is, in its own way, one of the most important contributions any reality television star has made to the broader conversation about work and family in the 2020s. Tori Roloff is not just an influencer. She is a real professional with real skills doing real work, and her millions of followers get to see every day what that kind of life actually looks like. So I want to know what you think. Would you hire Tori Roloff to shoot your family photos? And have you ever hired a celebrity photographer or one of their peers? Do you think Tori's decision to diversify her career across teaching, photography, podcasting, and reality television has been smarter than the pure influencer approach many of her peers have taken? And do you think Tori will eventually launch a photography course or workshop for other aspiring photographers? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one and I love hearing from you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to LPBW Update, and ring the bell so you do not miss our weekly Roloff family stories. We are committed to bringing you the truth, the timeline, and the full picture of every member of this remarkable family. I will see you on the next one.